We are in Little Italy, and one of the great but also quirky things about this neighborhood is that it has a very eclectic collection of homes. Our client's home is a semi-detached. It's on the smaller side, but one of the great things that we loved about this house, and the thing that attracted her to the house, is that it sort of has that center hall plan. So it's great in the sense that it gives you perhaps an illusion of space and breaks up the living room from the kitchen area. One of the first materials that we chose for the home with our client was this giant bumblebee wallpaper that's throughout the main and second floor hallway. We showed it to her in our initial meeting and she approved it straight away, which was quite shocking actually, because it's not paper for the faint of heart, but we felt like the hallway was lacking in character. We also ended up painting out the wainscoting black. We felt like the space needed a little bit of that drama, and we wanted to make it a little bit more interesting and fun. The priority for the kitchen was to maintain the footprint. We wanted to give the space a facelift and just make it a little bit more interesting. I mean, our client is vivacious. She's got a great personality. She loves to entertain and have her family over. I think they get together like every week and it's like a family of 16. It's wild, but we wanted to bring out her personality in the kitchen and give her a space that she was happy to be in. It started with refacing the kitchen cabinetry. We kept the boxes, they were in decent shape, and we just refaced the doors, the trim, the gables. We added a new backsplash, again, that darker emerald green, bring in the colors from the hallway and the foyer. And we also added a new countertop. We went for a darker finish just to add a little bit more drama and again, match what's going on in the rest of the space. The island stayed, it was totally fine. And then the new addition in the kitchen is that bar unit / additional storage. Previously there was nothing there, that cavity was just open. The bump out is an addition extension that was done, we're not certain when. So we wanted to create a focal point. That bar area also acts as a nice extension of the dining space. Semis are interesting to work in, we work in them often. They tend to be leaners to the one side. And again, that's the challenge of working in an older home, is working within site conditions, working with a pattern tile. There's a method to the madness, I suppose. And you know, it sort of distracts from the fact that things are leaning and a little bit crooked and a little bit vintage. But I mean, I think that also maybe adds to the charm of an older home. We didn't bulldoze this house. We wanted to give it a bit more life and freshen it up, but not really destroy a lot of the character of this house and of this neighborhood. I think it looks great. Opposite the kitchen, we have the living room. We ended up ripping out the existing built-ins. They were store-bought bookcases that were attached to drywall, which is not the best way to do built-ins. So we took those out and we completely rethought that wall. We built out the fireplace as well. We had that finished in a nice, beautiful lime wash just to give it a little bit of texture and personality. We also did a really beautiful boucle wallpaper on the walls in the living room. And it's a little bit unexpected, but I think it looks wonderful and it adds another layer to the space. We ended up doing a generously sized sofa and then 2 swivel chairs opposite the sofa. Again, she's got a large family, but also when she's at home by herself, it's a great space for her to be able to lie on the couch or read a book and chill out and watch TV. One of the big things for a client coming from a condo into a home was the outdoor space. She has this amazing exterior yard. The great thing about this project was that it was not only an interior job, but also exterior as well. So Pete and I collaborated on the aesthetic, both inside and outside.
They wanted to ensure that they had something that was extending their living opportunities and a place to try some new things as far as lifestyle goes, because they've decided they also want to be a bit of a gardener as well too. There were some challenges insofar as the building itself. So we had exposed plywood, poor lighting, and we had multiple levels back here. So the biggest change that we made here was we brought the entire yard up to essentially one level. You've got a short step off from a little platform there coming out of the entrance, but essentially all one level, which creates a lot more breathing room. We brought this wonderful black brick paver here, something a bit unusual compared to maybe what you're seeing in larger pavers out there. And then also contrasting that and matching that up with this pea gravel. Gives you a nice little sound underfoot, it's calm, as well as great for water return and stuff like that. Now we've got this lovely one-level space here. We can cook, we can prepare, and we can dine and have lots of room to move around. We clad this back area with a composite that obviously borrows from the fence line with these slats. We've got that nice darker color coming on there, so it's a great opportunity for some beautiful lighting here too, made actually in Montreal. Definitely an upgrade on all fronts as far as utility and beauty and how that goes. We have these wonderful twin cedar trees casting a lot of shade back here, which is really nice. Provides a lot of movement when the breeze comes through. And they're also the home for this lovely little playset, if you will. She's always thinking about her family and especially her young nieces. And there was this essentially play area that we thought, oh geez, maybe we might move that and make that a bit more grown-up living space and take advantage of that. And she wanted to make sure that that was still part of the living space here for her nieces. So we were able to clean it up, put a coat of paint on that just to help it recede a bit so it wasn't so prominent. And now it fits quite nicely into the yard and props her up as still like, you know, the #1 aunt in the family. Coming to the back of the property, we wanted to make sure that we're still maintaining privacy, upgrading on beauty. We covered a chain link fence. We've got like a 2x2 cedar vertical fence here, which we thought was a nice touch. Got a very narrow yard that does get into this wedge shape. The eye does want to just go right to that peak, so this helps bring the eye up. The levels of the fencing were also important for us too. We've got the luxury of 2 lovely neighbors who have beautiful gardens. We've got the higher fence, and then really simply, we just dropped it down heading to the back of the property. And that allowed us to take advantage of the beauty of the yards, as well as open us up to the breeze. And then creating planter opportunities for our client where we've got plants sitting in the pea gravel here, really nice contrast with the stone and the wood, and then creating a vegetable garden opportunity for her as well there with the built-in planter that's got storage inside as well as seating and vegetables and herbs. More hidden spaces. You've got this great cooler table where you can fill with ice and drinks and use as a little side table. I was talking about materials earlier, and these pavers, these are the exact same pavers that we have on the entrance and the walk up to the home at the front there. And you've also got these colors repeated too, where we've got these greens that you see in the sconce and even in the furnishings here, and another connection to what's going on in the front. And also connects in the middle of the house. I mean, it carries in through the entrance, as you see with what Amelia did there with the black wainscoting and the green walls there. Everything works together.
We spent a lot of time refinishing and refurbing upstairs. Now this is a smaller home. There's only 1 bathroom upstairs. We ended up taking space from one of the spare rooms, which is our client's office, to give her a really nice, generous size principal bathroom. And I think it worked out well. Like, she's one person, she works from home only sometimes. And I think down the line, if she ends up one day selling this space, that can completely be a kid's room or a nursery. But for the time being, it really does serve her well, and it's a really generous size bathroom. In the principal bedroom, it was all about a quick facelift. We designed a brand new wall-to-wall wardrobe and chest of drawers for her, as well as a little vanity area, and worked with every square inch that we had to give her a brand new closet, tons of storage. She's a very organized person, by the way. We just used the space as best as we could. The whole vision also for that room was just to make it into a very relaxing, almost cave, if you will. The colors in the room are blue and green, and then this punchy, orangey sienna color on the bed and the headboard. It works well, and it livens up the space a little bit and adds a little bit of contrast as well. We did a beautiful hemp wallpaper. We didn't do just a feature wall. We went bold and we did all the walls. We matched the drapery, which is a wool, just to give the room a cocoon-like feeling. It's so comfortable and relaxing in there. Our client has a really stressful job and she works long hours, and it's a great space for her to unwind at the end of the day. She wanted to have a guest room that's dedicated solely for visitors. I think it's just like a cute, relaxing space. I hate that term hotel vibes, but I think it looks like a cute little hotel. It's a small space, but it fits a double bed in there. It's bright and inviting, and she loves it. This house is about 1,500 square feet, including the basement, but it really feels a lot more generous. It sort of has, you know, big house vibes, if you will. It's warm and comfortable, but also full of personality. And our client just loves coming home every day. Hi, I'm Amelia from Studio 191. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to watch some of our other videos on house and home. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.